This time we're going to take a look at the Herodian Alpha Hunter. So we'll get right in and take a look. Here we have our Herodian warship dial, independent faction. Got everything in here except for some one tight turns. Lots of white maneuvers. Don't think there, other than the come about, I don't think there's a red maneuver on the dial. So definitely a maneuverable ship. There you can see our Herodian warship, independent. And there's that excellent maneuverability. Not a very fast ship, but the fact that it can pull just about anything and the only red maneuver on the dial is that come about is very impressive. There we have our Alpha Hunter, unique, independent faction. Stats are a little low for what I expect for a nice warship like this, but still respectable. 4 attack, 2 evade, 3 hull, 4 shield. You have 2 tech upgrades, 2 weapon upgrades, and a crew upgrade for 26 points. You got evasive, target lock, scan, and battle stations. Always good to see battle stations. After you move, you may perform a sensor echo action with the 1 maneuver template as a free action, even if you're not cloaked. Gives the ship a lot of maneuverability, like I said, combined with that dial that has no red on it. You can make any of those maneuvers, even those 2 90-degree turns, and then pull a 1 sensor echo on top of that. Gives you really good maneuverability to get into firing position where you want to be. We have our generic Herodian warship. You're losing 1 shield and 1 weapon upgrade for 24 points. For our captains, we have Carr. He's unique. Captain skill at 8, which is very respectable. 2 elite talents, which is nice, for 5 points. When attacking during the modify attack dice step, you can re-roll 1 of your attack dice twice. Kind of useful, especially if an opponent has something that lets them preset or makes you re-roll a die. You can use that to re-roll it again. In addition, your captain skill, if your captain skill is greater than the target's captain skill during the roll attack dice step, you gain +1 attack die. Very nice, especially when he starts with an 8. So unless you're shooting at anybody other than Picard or somebody who's boosted up through admirals or some other means, you're going to be getting that extra attack die. Next we have the Alpha Herodian. Captain skill is 6, still pretty nice, for 4 points with 1 elite talent. When attacking with your primary weapon, you can convert 1 of your blank results into a hit. Another very nice ability. And then we have our generic Herodian captain. For our elite talents, we have stalking mode, 5 points. As an action, you can discard this card to target a ship at range 1 to 3. Target ship's skill number is reduced by 2. In addition, during the roll attack dice step, you gain +1 attack die against that target ship. Both of these last till the end of the game, and they give you a reminder token for both. 5-point discard I'm usually against, but for what this does and the fact that the effects last till the end of the game, definitely useful. Lowers that enemy commander, which gives your captain on this ship that bonus because of possibly having a higher captain skill, which stacks on top of this. You're already getting the +1 from this, and then you may get a +1 from him on top of that. So definitely some synergy going on there. Next up we have Intercept Course, 4 points. You may discard this card immediately before you move in order to change your maneuver for this round. If an enemy ship is in your forward firing arc, after you complete this move, you may perform battle stations as a free action. And it can only be purchased for Herodian ships at a cost of +5 SP for any captain other than Carr or Herodian captain. So if you have any other captain on there besides them, it's going to cost you 9 points instead of 4. And last up we have full reverse, 2 points. During the activation phase, after you remove your reveal your maneuver dial, but before you move, you can discard this card to perform a 1 or 2 full astern move instead of your chosen maneuver, and you can treat that as a white maneuver, which means no auxiliary power token. So definitely useful there. One-time use, but 2 points isn't too bad for that. For our weapon upgrades, we have subnucleonic beam, 5 points. 4 attack, range 1 to 2, disable to perform the attack. In addition to inflicting normal damage, each uncancelled hit or crit disables 1 crew upgrade on the target ship of your choice. Kind of a nice little addition there. And costs plus 5 points for any ship other than a Herodian ship. Nice little secondary weapon. If the ship had a rear arc, I think it'd be more useful. But with the maneuverability of this ship, getting into position to use it isn't that bad. But I still think you'd want to use your main weapon most of the time over this. There's other ways to disable crew. Still has its uses. It's an interesting little weapon. Next up we have Photon Torpedoes. 5 points, 5 dice, 2 to 3 range. Pretty much standard Photon Torpedoes, requires a target lock. You can convert one of your battle stations into a critical. It can be fired from front or rear arcs. Just a standard Photon Torpedoes. Until they find a way to make torpedoes more appealing, I just don't see them getting used. For tech upgrades, we have Sensor Network. 4 points. During the planning phase, after all your ships have chosen their maneuvers, you may disable this card and target one ship anywhere in the play area. Look at that ship's maneuver dial and then choose your maneuver. The target ship cannot change its maneuver after you've looked at it. It can only be purchased for a Herodian ship. It's another one of them that lets you look at a dial and then decide what you want to do after. It can be useful in the right situations. The fact that it's disabled and being able to use it multiple times makes it worth it. It's reasonably costed for what it does. Next one is monotanium. I'm sure I pronounced that wrong. Armor plating. It's 3 points. Whenever an enemy ship attempts to acquire a target lock on your ship, roll 2 defense dice. If you roll at least 1 evade, the target lock has no effect. Your ship, no ship can be equipped with more than 1 of these. As an action, you can disable this card to remove a target lock from beside your ship and the corresponding one from the ship who had it. Interesting upgrade. Definitely has its uses against fleets, mostly Romulans, relying on tactical officers and whatnot for those extra rerolls, making it so people can't target lock you or have a chance not to target lock you. It's definitely a bonus. For 3 points, if you got the points, it's definitely worth it. Just for that chance of rolling that evade and making them basically waste their action for the turn. So the rest of the pack, we get our 4 shield tokens. We have our auxiliary power and critical hit token. We have battle stations, scan, and evasive maneuver token. There's the 2 reminder tokens for stalking mode. We have target lock T1. A couple disable tokens for various upgrades. As with all the retail ships, got a new mission. This time it's Worthy Prey. Again, I'm so far behind on missions I haven't had a chance to try them out. This one is a single 50-point ship against a single Herodian warship. There's some special rules for the hunt and Worthy Prey. And the objectives: the hunted win by destroying the Herodian ship, and the Herodian win by destroying the player's ship, and you lose if the prey was not deemed worthy. So goes under this ruling, I believe, whatever that ends up being. But always nice to see more scenarios. As for the model itself, I have to say this is probably one of the best looking models I've seen yet in the Attack Wing game. The amount of detail and everything that's gone into it is really nice. Of course, it has the same bland paint job as most of the others, but you can definitely see that the work and the details of the model itself are there. Except for maybe the back of the engines, but the rest of it's really nice looking. Hopefully now that we're getting out of models that were made for the HeroClix game and reused for this game, we're going to see more work along this lines, much more detailed models, because they're making them specifically for this game. And I really hope that trend stays. And there we have our base for the Alpha Hunter. Just a front 90-degree arc on them. And our generic warship with the same. Overall, it's a pretty good expansion. If you're going to play Herodian Pure, might be a little rough. On the bright side, both the weapon upgrades, both the tech upgrades aren't unique. Like a lot of the expansions we've been getting lately, everything was unique. So there is a reason to possibly buy a second one. The monotanium armor plating, probably one of the bigger ones. Sensor network's also good. Definitely could use them as a playable faction on their own. I think they're going to need at least another ship before that happens. On the bright side, they're not actually their own faction. They're lumped in with the rest of the independents. Working together with the other independent factions, they definitely have a lot to offer. The ship itself is pretty good. It's about average, nothing spectacular about it, but at the same time, it doesn't suck. The maneuverability is amazing on it. The named version gets a little bit more on top of that. And with some of the upgrades that come with it, there's definitely some interesting combos in here. Things like the using car with stalking mode and other such things to get bonus dice to really make it up to a fearsome ship. I think you can get it up to 6 or 7 attack dice just with the upgrades that came in the pack. So definitely an interesting ship. I can't wait to see more Herodian in the future and build on what they have here. Definitely a good start though. Anyway, that's it for this one, and I'll see you in the next